Good evening, guys. Once again, I am very pleasure to meet you in another one webinar. In this webinar, we are going to learn about the polymers and their processing. Polymers are the beginning of plastics. So the polymers and their processing is very important in the mechanical engineers for the mechanical engineers. So the polymers and their types and how the plastics will be processed by means of different processing that we are going to see in this webinar. First of all, what is meant by polymers? Polymers are widely used in number of applications in our daily routine life: toys, home appliances, structural and decorative items, coatings, paints, adhesives, automobile tires, foams, and packings are widely made up of polymers. So, polymer means poly, that is multi, and mer means parts or units. So, polymer consists of large number of repeating units of small molecules, that is known as monomers. So the combination of monomers are known as polymers. So in this slide we can see from this figure that the large size of molecule, that is monomer, so the combined structure of monomer gives the polymer. So polymers are made up of many small repeating molecular units, that is known as monomers. Mainly polymers are two classifications, that is plastics and rubbers. So plastics are further classified into thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So thermoplastics means uncross-linked, heat reversible, that is recycling process can be done in regarding thermoplastics. But in the case of thermosetting plastics, that are cross-linked and rigid, and that cannot be recycling, that cannot be reprocessing. So in this video, we are going to focus on plastics and processing of plastics. So mainly plastics are two classification, that is natural plastics and artificial plastics. Natural plastics means the proteins and fibers such as hair, nails, tortoise shell, cellulose in paper, and tree. So these are all the examples for natural polymers. Artificial polymers we are daily using, that is use and throw bottles, containers, plastic containers, and plastic toys, etc. So they are chemically made by man, that is artificial polymers. So what is plastics? Plastics is an organic polymer with the ability to flow into desired shape when heat and pressure are applied, and retain the shape when they are withdrawn. So mainly plastics are usually synthetic, most commonly derived from the natural monomers. So all plastics are mainly classified into two, that is thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So thermoplastics means those are can be melted many times. So that means they can be reprocessing. So examples for thermoplastics are cellulosics, cellulose actide, and mainly polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, polymethyl methacrylate, polystyrene, polypropylene, polyamides. These are all the best examples for thermoplastics. Then these are all the examples of thermoplastics. They can be reprocessed and recycling So mainly pipes, containers, battery casings, use and throw bags, use and throw hand gloves, and the chemical containers, chemical cans. These are all the examples for thermoplastics. Then thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics are the ones that only can be melted once. It cannot be reprocessed. That it cannot be recycling under the manufacturing, and it cannot be softened. So examples for thermosetting plastics are polyesters, then melamine. So these are all the best examples for thermosetting plastics. So these are all the examples for thermosetting plastics, the use and throw cup, and the decorative items and cycle casings. So these are all the examples for thermosetting plastics. So from this flowchart, we can easily understand the types of plastics. So if you see this one, the plastics are further classified into thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So examples for thermoplastics are polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene, polyvinyl chloride. Then engineering plastics, ethnic, polyamides, cellulosics, acetals, polycarbonates, polyimides, polyethers, and others. So then examples for thermosetting plastics are commodity plastics, phenolics, unsaturated polyesters, ureas, and engineering plastics such as silicons, polyimides, urethanes, melamines, epoxides, and others. So these are all the examples for thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So the thermoplastics mean that other materials like deformate so easily acidic because plastic has more ability than iron. So it has very light weight, and it means it has the resistance to machinability. It means that it does not break easily if it falls down to the floor or crash with something like other materials, for example glass. So these are all the examples for and examples and properties of plastics. Then now we are going to study about the processing of polymers, how the plastics will be processing before it is going to manufacturing with the different shapes. So processing of polymers are very very important concept. So this polymerization we are going to see. So there is mainly two types of polymerization: addition of polymerization and condensation of polymerization. So polymerization may be defined as the processing of growing large molecules from small ones. Polymerization links together monomers. So how the monomers are processing to produce polymers. Monomers are molecules which combine end to end to form large molecules known as polymers. So there are three general methods. Mainly two methods are widely used, that is addition polymerization, condensation polymerization. So first of all, we are going to see the addition polymerization. So best example for addition polymerization is manufacturing of polyethylene from ethylene. That is processing of polyethylene from ethylene. So in the left side, we can see the ethylene molecules. So this is the chemical structure of ethylene. So ethylene has double bonded. When the heat and pressure are applied for ethylene, ethylene is subjected under the heat and pressure, and in the presence of catalyst, it will be converted into polyethylene. So how the ethylene is processing to produce polyethylene, we are going to see in the next slide. So in the addition polymerization, there is a chain reaction. So mainly three stages of addition polymerization is there. First step is initiation, second step is propagation, and third one is termination. So first of all, this is the initiation of uh, monomer, that is initiation of single bonded monomer from double bonded. So in the left side, this is the ethylene. So ethylene will be reacted with the initiator. Uh, so the initiator will break the double bonded into single bonded. So double bonded ethylene will be converted into single bonded ethylene monomer by means of this initiator. So mostly initiator is uh, example for initiator is uh, benzoyl perchlorate. That is the widely used initiator. So this initiator will break the double bonded ethylene into single bonded ethylene. So this is the first stage of addition polymerization, that is initiation. Then the single bonded uh, ethylene will react with double bonded other double bonded ethylene. So this will be combined to produce the single bonded uh, chain of ethylene. So the propagation will start with the first initiated single bonded ethylene will convert the other double bonded ethylenes to single bonded. So this is the propagation stage. So the initiated single bonded ethylene plus double bonded monomer ethylene will be will gives the single bonded multi polymer ethylene. Then termination. So thus, by means of this procedure, all monomers will be converted into polymers by means of the reactors and applied pressure and temperature heat. So the single bonded initiated ethylene will be propagated, and all the double bonded ethylene will be converted into single bonded by means of the initiator. So finally, the polymers, the linear chain of polymers of this ethylene, polyethylene will be processing. So this is the final reactant, final product of this polyethylene. So the ethylene will be converted into polyethylene by means of three stages: initiation, propagation, and termination. Then condensation polymerization. This is the second type of polymerization. It is otherwise called as step growth polymerization. It involved at least two different monomers. So in the first stage, that is additional polymerization, there is same monomers will be propagated to produce the polymer. But in the case of condensation polymerization, two different monomers will react with one another and to give the monomers. So it gives some byproduct. So in this condensation polymerization, byproduct will be produced at the end of the reaction. So this is the example of condensation polymerization. So in this condensation polymerization, ethylene glycol and adipic acid will combine to produce polyester. So this is the chemical structure of ethylene glycol. This is the chemical structure of adipic acid. So ethylene glycol and adipic acid will be combined and reacted to produce the polyester. So, in the ethylene glycol, one H and OH molecules. Uh, so, from the ethylene glycol, H molecule, and from the adipic acid OH molecule. So, H and OH will produce H2O. So, H2O is the byproduct, and um, remaining chemical elements will be joined and it will be produced the polyester. So different two types of monomers, that is ethylene glycol and adipic acid, will reacted with one another and to produce the polyester, that is polymer. So byproduct is H2O, that is water. So this is the processing of condensation polymerization. So now we are going to see what are the difference between addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. In the addition polymerization, there will be no byproduct is produced, but in the condensation polymerization, always yields a byproduct along with the polymer. And the second difference is the addition polymerization is a kinetic chain reaction. Condensation polymerization is an intermolecular reaction. And then third one is formation of polymer takes 10 power minus 2 to 10 power 2 seconds. But in the condensation polymerization, the reaction usually takes hours and days. Then, in the case of addition polymerization, homochain is obtained, but in the case of condensation polymerization, heterochain polymer is obtained. Then, the main difference is in the addition polymerization, there are same monomers are used to produce the polymer, but in the condensation polymerization, different monomers will be reacted with one another and to produce polymer. So examples of plastics which are processing by means of addition polymerization is polystyrene, polyethylene, polyacrylates, and methacrylates. Then the plastics which are under the processing of condensation polymerizations are polyester, polyamide, polyurethane, and polysiloxane. So these are all the different types of thermoplastics. So polyethylene, polypropylene, polyvinyl acetate, polyvinyl chloride, and polystyrene. So the different melting temperatures of plastics are given in this slide. Thank you, students, for your patient watching. Uh, in the next webinar, we will see about what are the types of thermoplastics, what are their properties and applications. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you've subscribed so that you can get the regular updates. Use the feedback ink in the description to get your certificate. Thank you.